All right, the new system of the world. Again, life after Google. This very lack of concern with security will be Google's undoing. For every other player on the net, the lack of security is the most relevant threat to its current business model. This problem will be solved. So fundamental will security be to the new system that its very name will be derived from it. It will be the CRYPTOCOSM. Explain that term.
The CRYPTOCOSM refers to this amazing providential efflorescence of creativity that's erupted all around the world to supply a new architecture for the internet, and indeed, ultimately, a new architecture for the entire world economy. At a very time that the system of central banks, with its $5.1 trillion a day of currency trading that doesn't even arrive at settled currency values, or significant currency values, and the architecture of the internet, which requires you to expose yourself stripped naked virtually before the cameras in order to conduct a transaction. You have to, your passwords, pins, your usernames, your last four numbers of your social security, your mother's maiden name, your first school, your favorite pet, your irises, your DNA, this method of authenticating people to participate in internet transactions is bankrupt. They may imagine that this is a viable system, but it isn't. It is failing every day. And it's going to be replaced by the CRYPTOCOSM, by the blockchain, by a whole series of technologies deriving from the blockchain.
Right. So I want to use, security is, I'm quoting again, security is not a procedure or mechanism, it is an architecture. The CRYPTOCOSM will start by defining the ground state. You don't build the building, you build the foundation. The ground state. It is the ultimate non-random reality. The ground state is you. Yeah. The ground state is you. Explain that.
Well, the ground state in the CRYPTOCOSM is your private key, which validates you as your DNA identifies you. It's
so this is not. This isn't. You're not overreaching for the sake of argument. You are saying that in the CRYPTOCOSM, blockchain technology will permit us all to have some kind of
unimpeachable ID,
which is as individual to us and as undecryptable as our DNA.
Correct.
Okay. Wow. All right. And you'd better explain. And here I brace. Now here I'm just going to hold the table with both hands. You'd better explain for the layman. I'll give you a short paragraph. Blockchain. What is blockchain? Make me understand that.
Blockchain is a new architecture, new security architecture for the internet that allows you to keep your information to yourself, and it distributes all the personal information all across the network, just as human intelligence is distributed across the world. And individual human brains. It's not agglomerated in giant data clumps. It's human intelligence is distributed. The blockchain distributes personal data rather than concentrating it in one of the few big walled gardens, Google,
like
Facebook, concentrating it, and then forcing you to petition to the big centralized database for the right to be yourself on the internet. It's a distributed way of you keep your data to yourself and use whatever data you need to conduct a particular transaction. But it's as it originated as a form of money, Bitcoin.
Right.
But it's often compared to cash because it seems to allow anonymity.
Yes.
but it's really better than cash. It's a major step forward beyond cash, because not only does it allow you to conduct anonymous transactions, it also enables you to demonstrate your behavior and your transactions unimpeachably, if you have to the IRS, to a prosecutor, to Preet Bharara, or whoever it may be. The blockchain gives you an immutable record that allows you to document your behavior. And it's always seemed to me that the key thing isn't really privacy, isn't really as critical as being able to prove that you didn't do something that a government wants to charge you with doing. You know, that the ability of attestation is an important advance that the blockchain offers, both in third world countries and in the United States.
All right. So your limited claim in Life After Google is that we have a new technology coming along that will make use of my smartphone and my desktop and your smartphone and your desktop and distribute transactions and intelligence and in some ways meaning across everybody's smartphones and computers, and it will render Google's fantastically huge investment in these 80 different data centers. It will render those beside the point, perhaps.
Yeah, well, we're very like those big abandoned aluminum plants that you can see up the Dalles.
Okay. That's the limited claim. Here